Fairy princess, spread your wings and fly. Fairy princess, up in the sky. And now it's time for Terry Rice to spread her wings and soar into this video. Take it away, baby.
That's a big applause for my MC.
Thank you very much.
Okay, today we are on day 20 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And down below I will have a link to where you can see anybody who is doing videos, and then another link that will take you to the still shots. And you'll see like the sketch, and then below it you'll see in the comments everybody who's done a sketch. Okay, so our sketch artist today is Sharon Bishop, and she has, I'm not sure if she actually has a mat around it, but I'm going to do a mat. And then she's got like swirls here where this one says photo, so this could be a photo or it could not be a photo, you know, just depending. Same with up here. And hers looks like they're stitches. And then up here she's got some embellishments, some stars. Down at each one of these she's got an embellishment. And then she's got like a wave here and wave down here, and it says very long title right here. And which I love that. Okay, so anyhow, I'm using this Graphic 45 Once Upon a Springtime, and I have to say I have these different fonts of letters that I was like, okay, I can surely get a word or two out of that. Nope. Not at all. Okay, so anyway, I did figure out a title, and I went back to one of my one of the subscribers who had commented on when I was making the page kits, and her name is Sydney Cope, I think is her last name. And anyhow, she said, oh, I thought following the shadow of the fairy princess would be really cute. And so I hunted that down because I didn't have this like as the cover, so I didn't know where I had it. But I finally found it after going through all of them. And so I'm going to use that for my title, because I did want a long title so I could do the little curve. Okay, so I've got these. This is when my oldest grand went to Disney, and I've cut them into circles, and these were already photos that were already printed. So it's like the size I got was the size I got. And anyhow, she is, you know, you can see her shadow here. It's so funny because whatever's on the pink concrete underneath her, it's got like little seeds and dust and stuff, and I keep trying to wipe it off. Especially with this one here, because it's very, very noticeable. But anyhow, I did cut a map for each of them, and I used my Creative Memory circle cutter, which I've been using every time I have a circle, with the exception of if it's too big and have to use a plate or something. I think I might put these just a little off kilter so it resembles her circles a little more, because they're kind of wonky. So I think I'll do that, and I can go ahead and do that right now. And so maybe make this one a little smaller at the top and a little bigger at the bottom. And then this one I'll do, maybe I'll do this one kind of the opposite way. And then this one another way. So I kind of have, so it looks a little wonky. So I'm making them wonky on purpose. Okay. And let's see, I think I'm doing them in this order. And she's moving her hands and arms, I think, to see her shadow different ways. So I thought that was cute. And so I'm going to put that aside. So these are the papers I'm using. And I decided, I wasn't sure. It looks like she stitched all the way around hers. So I think she's got like a, maybe like a 1/2 inch border around there. So I decided I would cut mine to this width and height. And just put it right on there like that. I decided I should look at my tape, because usually if I run out of tape, it scares me every single time. I don't know why. It's like I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna last forever, and then I run out, and it's like startling. Okay, now I ended up, once I cut this, I ended up having to go and cut it one more time. Now I had this little tiny piece left over, and I might just put it down here. I think it would add a little interest. And you know, it's the exact width. And you can just see that it's just a little bit different there. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Janet showed us how to do that from RTS scrapbooking, and I've done that a few times when I think about it. So maybe today's the day again. I just think it's a cute little addition. And this is maybe 1/8 of an inch thick. Not very thick. And sometimes when I cut these, or you know, cut off that much, because if it ends up being a nice straight cut like this one is, I will stick it in my glass, well, they're actually candle holders that hold my border strips, so that I can use them, because they are just so, when they're nice and perfect, it's like I hate to just trash them. Okay. Now it's just getting it straight on here. And I'm just guessing. But where's my ruler? Okay, here it is. I'm gonna check it, but it's like I'm already sure it's too late to pull it up if it's not straight. Yeah, it's pretty close. Okay. And I think I need a little bit more glue right here. You know, sometimes the glue is dry by the time you get it down. Okay, I think that's good there. Okay, now she did not have a square up in the corner, but I like this spread your wings and fly. So I'm gonna tuck it up in my corner before I put down my circle element. And I'm just leaving that smidgen of space there, like 1/16 of an inch or so. Okay, and then I have another fairy, and she's playing I thought it was a flute, but it's not, some little tiny thing. But it's some kind of little horn, and you see the rabbits are paying attention, and then there's a little fairy here. And there was more fairies over here, but I cut that off because I wanted the fairy to have my other little circle. And I'm going to make this wonky too, so maybe more at the top left or something. Okay. And then I'm going to put her, I think, right about here. So I'm going to lay my other ones out so I know where they're at. this is how I need them to be. I think I'm gonna let these overlap just a little bit, and maybe this up here a little bit more. I think about like that. I think I still have enough room for my title. Okay. I think I've actually used different parts of this collection for her at least two other times. Okay, I think I need to bring it down just a little bit more. Probably about there. Oh, I do want that to look like she's not falling off the edge of the earth or something. Okay, I think that's good there. Okay. And I think I can go down ahead and put these down. And so this one maybe right here. I think that should be enough room for my words. Maybe I'll slide her up just a hair. Let's see, I think I'll put this one there and let the other one overlap it. I was looking to see if this is the way I actually had them. Yep, it is. Okay. I'm going to move it just a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the title here. So I'm gonna pause and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the title on. And this I had printed on vellum years ago and has like a little bit of a flower print on it. So I just stuck glue where the flower print was. But I gotta tell you, I really can't see the glue at all. And it is, you know, transparent, so that worked out well. And I love how this looks. I think it's so pretty. Following the shadow of the fairy princess. And that was Sydney's idea. Okay, I've got two little like tickets, or you know, it's got the little hole in there, or tags. And I've got this little ribbon. This actually came on some Happy Mail a long time ago, and I just saved it because it was so pretty. I pulled out like 4 different colors, but I went with white. After I consulted my second opinion.
You're welcome.
Now if I can just get them strung, I'll be good. Okay. Sometimes I need just extra fingers, I think. Okay. Underneath, it's got butterflies on it. They're actually pretty hard to see, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to cover them up a little bit. Let's see, I might kind of pull it down and just make a knot. I think I'm going to just pull it a little bit closer because I might get one more time out of this little pretty piece of ribbon. And I might even pull this out a little bit to kind of make it a little more directional. I think I'm gonna actually pull it out just a little bit more. Okay, I'm a ribbon hoarder. Oh, I almost pulled it all the way through. Okay, that's perfect right there. Okay. And I do not have my ribbon scissors. I'm grabbing those. Now I kind of shredded this a little bit, frayed it a little bit with the, trying to get it threaded. Okay, yep, I can get another time out of there. Okay, and I think I'm gonna put just a little bit of glue to keep them cockeyed like I want them. I want to see that little bit of blue there. And I'm going to stick it right here between the two pieces. I still want to be able to see all the words and the fairy. Okay. And then I've got a little circular shaped piece because I'm trying to, thought I would bring in a couple more circles. Whoops. A couple more circles since we have this whole circle thing going on. And I'm just going to put one up here. It's like a flower. Okay. And do I have anything else up there? I think that's it there. Okay, and then I have a couple of the postage stamps. I looked up to make sure I was in the screen and found that my battery was done. So, I don't see any glue. Okay, I'm going to overlap these so the one fairy you won't see, but I just want them overlapped. I love postage stamps. I used to always collect pretty ones off letters and things because, you know, it's paper, just like paper. Okay, I think about right here. And I have another little round piece. Where's that? Oh, here it is. And this one looks like a little postage, one of those little markers that tell where it came from. And it says April 1928 maybe. So I'm gonna put that right there. Okay, and then I've got the queen of the fairies. I can tell she's a queen because she's got the scepter. I'm gonna have to put a little glue on that scepter because it's pretty skinny. And I'm gonna put her right over here in this corner, let her overlap the frame and everything. The frame around the layout. And then I have this one here, and see the way she's looking down and she's got her hands like, you know, she's gonna pick something up. I'm gonna put this little fairy there. And when I put her there, she looks like she's actually looking back at Brenna. So I thought that was cute. Okay, and then I have the word enchanted And I pulled it out for a different layout and didn't use it, so I think I'm going to use it today. But it's been on that wax paper for so long, it's not very sticky. And where do I want to put it? I haven't decided that yet. I think I'm going to put it down here. Okay, and then I have imagination. I'd like to put that someplace. I think I'll put it right underneath the bunnies. I had to try it one more place just to be sure. Okay, and these other ones I don't know if I'm going to use those right now. Let's see, but I have another one here someplace. Oh, Very Sweet. Where would I like to, maybe like to put that? I don't know where I want it, but I want to have one more, so I've got 3. I think I'll just put it right down here underneath that. I always want to put them by all of them by the pictures, but sometimes that isn't practical. Okay. And since she's got on purple wings, I decided to use the purple enamel dots after consulting my second opinion. And I'm going to start by spreading out my bigger purple ones, because I've actually got ideas where I want them, which usually I'm still always winging it. Okay. Oh, I think I want that up closer. Almost like she's sitting on it. Okay. And I want to put one right there on the edge, so I think I'm going to glue this down to be sure that it doesn't pop up later. And so I'm going to do it all the way around. This is what I do usually after I'm done filming. And I'll do it like with all these also. And that's what's nice about this long nozzle on this little bottle. Okay. So I'm going to put I think this one here, there, and then maybe a tiny one on this other side. And maybe behind this, the queen over here. I don't know where I want that. I think I'm going to just put it right here, kind of by the other one. And I always kind of make a triangle, like, you know, here's a triangle, or, you know, we got this long triangle here with all the purple, and triangle here, and then down here. So Kind of all these little triangles. Okay, so that is it. Remember to go over and check out the other people that are playing along, and let me know if you've been doing the 30 days of sketches and how many you've got done. I mean, I love this. I might slow down a little after, but I don't want to miss doing this. I love doing it just because so many fresh ideas. So thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will have close-ups at the end. Bye-bye.